Hola from Peru. My friend Ray and I are here for 5 days. Initially, I was really interested in like Peruvian food, but of course, you have to hike one of the great seven wonders of the world, Machu Picchu. So we're in Cusco, which is like a small city closer to Peru than, like, say, Lima, which is where we flew in from. Yesterday, we spent most of the day trying to get acclimated to the 11,000 feet above sea level. As soon as we got in, our hotel receptionist gave us some coca tea, which is supposed to help.
That's kind of a numbing effect, and I feel like a llama.
Chewing leaves.
This is a map. The main square is down the street.
Oh, Cusco's beautiful. Very lively. The area that we're staying in, the Plaza de Armas, is I think like the center of the city, and there's lots of restaurants and cafes.
We took it pretty chill yesterday. We even took a nap, and we like ate light, had some ceviche.
We went and got ice cream yesterday, and we colored for like an hour while eating ice cream. So, yeah, pretty great. I definitely feel the elevation. Today's much better, but I did wake up with a headache. It's another level when you're 2 miles above sea level.
Oh, that is black.
That is some thick coffee.
Today, we are now at Saqsaywaman, which is the local Inca ruin right by Cusco. It was like a 2-minute drive uphill for us.
The highlight was definitely seeing this wild pack of alpacas and llamas exploring the ruins with us.
Which one of you is Cusco? This is my dream, to see alpacas in Peru. Are you kidding me? There's so many, and they're just like hiking with us.
You're probably wondering, what is the difference between the two? Well, llamas tend to be larger and have like a longer, more narrow face, almost like a horse. Alpacas have rounder ears and a more fluffy head, generally cuter and sillier. Llamas are assertive and more dominant. I think most of the ones we saw here today were llamas.
Cusco's super beautiful. As you can see, it's like built on hills, and you've got like all these like orange thatched roofs. As our midday pickup, we got some coffee, and we're seated at this little window, and we're watching cars try to maneuver through these one-way streets. It's really difficult, actually. Today we are taking a day trip to the salt mines and the Moray agricultural terrace. Our first stop is actually to see how local Peruvians use alpaca wool. They showed us like how dirty it comes off of alpacas, and how they wash it and they spin it into wool thread, how to dye it with like natural ingredients like lemon, minerals.
The city of Cusco has a baby alpaca wool store on like every corner. So this made me appreciate the complexity of patterns and colors, even if they're not handmade nowadays.
These are all formed by sinkholes, and then the Incas built levels to test agriculture temperatures. So they would grow stuff on different levels, and the deepest one is like the hottest one because there's not a lot of circulation.
We are at the beautiful salt mines. These are essentially pools of salt water, but basically the water is so salty that when it dries, it's just like a thin sheet of salt that local families harvest, and they're maintained so beautifully. We just saw someone harvesting their own salt pool, bringing like a big a big bag of salt.
That's the state.
It's panic hour. Flossing, so I don't have to bring my floss.
Because we just found out that we have to bring an overnight pack on our Machu Picchu hike. And the guy lied to us and said we didn't need to do that and we could bring our luggage to our hotel.
My backpack is really heavy. I don't know if it's gonna be warm enough for the 30 degrees that we're gonna wake up to.
We'll probably be hot and cold at both times.
At different times of the day.
This is what it's like to hike Machu Picchu.
Yay, so exciting. That'd be friggin' worth it.
Stress out is over.
Or maybe it's just starting.
Yeah, see.
Almost 5 a.m. and I thought I would be able to sleep on this hour and a half bus car ride. The trail we took, that line. We are close to our lunch spot. We just gotta go around this hill and get to whatever that is. Ray doesn't like her lunch.
No, I still had to have one.
I'm really tired, physically and mentally. When I asked the tour guide, oh, is it mostly downhill the rest of the way? And he was like this.
We have 1.5 hours until Sungate. Just another hour till we get to Machu Picchu.
Turns out hiking so many hours, I don't even know how many, is worth seeing Machu Picchu. And also bringing so little in your day pack that you put tomorrow's underwear onto today's underwear and then you sweat through both. Yeah, it's so stunning, especially like with all the mountains. And it's really, really big. Just to see like a whole civilization is crazy.
And then we'll be back tomorrow to explore the inside. We woke up in the small town of Aguas Caliente, and there was a 30-minute queue for the bus up to Machu Picchu. But at least we don't have to hike today.
It's cool walking around, seeing all the terraces. From my understanding, it's a citadel built for an emperor as his summer home because it's really high up. And they have like the temple of the sun. The sun would come up and that was like super warm. I would maybe also build a summer home. They spent about 80 years building it in, was it 1430? And then they left. What's really impressive is like the bricklaying, how it's like super perfect compared to like the restored areas.
Yes, natural formation, no?
Oh, natural.
Natural formation, they don't move nothing in this one.
This is a temple of the condor where they would put dead bodies in there and then they would think it would transport it into the sky as a bird.
And that was it. That is hiking Machu Picchu in Peru. Intense, chaotic, but well worth it.